No, Rossi. Oh, that's good. Rossi, the guys over there have about 10 minutes.
Yes.
You want to?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Give me a cue and then you start.
Dan, are you good?
All right, welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for waiting. So right now, Rossi is going to have a serve seminar, how to improve your serve today for around 30 minutes or so. So for how this works is we can have a question answer, or we can have someone, from the audience come out here and they receive the serve and ask questions. That way everybody will be able to hear about your question and know about the answer. So anyone can start. Nobody?
Then I will start.
All right, over there.
So you're left-handed.
I can play both sides.
What is most uncomfortable serve for you, right? For left, in general, for left-handed.
Okay, but first of all, I start with some basics because I think it's more important to start with basics than to ask which service is not so nice for me. The most important thing to practice service is to practice a lot service, because you need the serve as a main target, and it's really important. So it means, as I said before, half an hour per day we are practicing the serve. So it's very important to be really fresh mentally to practice service, because otherwise if you do it after the practice, mentally you are game over, your body is not in the right shape to do service, because for the serve you need to be really good concentration, to get really good concentration, and it's really important to stay focused in all of your serve, because it's important to have a nice placement, nice movement with your wrist, with your arm, and this for months and years is important to get a good serve. So we do it before the practice, do half an hour service, because then the players, they arrive, they are fresh, they are motivated, they want to practice a new serve, and it's always important to practice maybe 1 or 2 serve per session, not to do like 20 serve and in the end you don't know which serve you are practicing for. So that's important things, to be fresh and to practice maybe 1 or 2 serve, not more, because if you do too much, this is really for your mental strength, this is too much. So you start with the serve, and important is to know what kind of serve you want to practice for long terms, because you need it for long terms. And it's important to have your serve all over the table. It's not always important to have a serve just in the middle, because in the middle everybody knows what to do. So it's important to have a serve far out there or far out there. That the return player, he has to move. He has to go somewhere. Because if he stay here, for example, the lefty, he knows the ball is here in the middle, he can do everything. He can play with backhand, with forehand, far out, far wide. So if he has to move here, then it's very difficult for him to have a return. Or he has to move here, he has to come in with a step, and it's very difficult to play that. So that's quite important from the beginning, the strategy of the serve. It's always important to have a nice placement. That's important, because otherwise, if you serve just in the middle, most of the players now at the top, they will come with the backhand and do the backhand flip, and they can do it everywhere. If they come here, they cannot do the backhand flip. They have to use the forehand, and it's very difficult. Or they come here, it's not so easy to play the ball there. So that's, first of all, that's the most important thing. If you do service practice, do your service all over the turn. And it's important to have a quite easy and sure short service. Because if the service is always going half long or high, then for sure you will get an attack, and it's very difficult to return. So it's always important to practice, it doesn't matter if you throw the ball high or low, it should be short, always short. If you practice a long serve, then it must be long and fast. If it's long and it's going like this is not a long serve and it's not fast serve. Yeah? It must really like long and fast. Goes out, okay, you're practicing, it comes in a little bit more. So that's more important. You concentrate, and then you have a long one. One more, long one there. That's important. That's the basics for the service, because you have to know you are the main position, because you are the one who knows, okay, which service I want to do, which placement I want to do, and the opponent, you have to react. So that's the only shot in table tennis where you know what is coming. You know which kind of serve you want to do. Backhand, forehand, there or there, and the opponent, he has to react. So be concentrated and focus on your serve. What kind of serve you want to do, up spin, down spin, side spin, reverse serve, long serve. If you do a long serve, you will get a fast one. So you have to be fast back and be ready for the top spin. To attack after also. It makes no sense to do a long serve, and after long serve, you wait, and then you be passive. Long serve after you want to attack. So that's quite an important thing to do for strategy. Okay, go over there.
So the question he asked is how to effectively read the serve.
I want to read the serve.
Read the speed.
That's a secret always. So, the question is, you want to hide a little bit your serve. So if you want to return, you have to know which spin is in the ball. Yeah? So you know from the movement which position the ball is going to, and then you react on the movement from the player. The top level, they do this, and in the end they do up. So it means you don't know. You hit the ball here, but in the end you do up. So you have the feeling it should be up spin, but it was down spin. Because my first hit was down, and then I do for fake, I do up spin. So this is quite difficult to understand because it's going very fast. So you do the serve and you do something beside what doesn't affect the ball. The ball is already gone, but you do something. That's why one has a good serve. You throw the ball up, you do like this, and in the end you did something special, and you don't know, okay, it's up spin or down spin. So it was very difficult. It was not so easy to return his serve. But the most important thing is, the serve is coming, side spin, you know side spin is there. You want to play, you know if you go here, the ball should be there. Side spin from the right hand, left hand. So I know the ball is going down. So I have to push a little bit more to this position, otherwise it will go out here. So that's more important, to know if it's side spin, to go more in this position. If it's down, cut, heavy cut, you have to open the racket. But the most important thing is for return, to be not far away with your racket. To be closer to the table, then you can do everything. You can do flick, short, or push. If you are far away, it's very difficult to do something. But that's important to have also a footwork as the return player. If you stay here, you go here, and you are far away, no chance. You have to go in, and then you have a chance to do everything. So that's, as a return player, it's important to react first with the legs, afterwards with your body. Because if it's too far, you cannot do so many things. You need to have a good position and then do everything. That's why what I said before, if you have a serve, you are in the advantage position. You know what to do, and you know the other one first has to react. Okay, next one.
Any question over there?
I noticed when you go up, you use your left leg. I noticed when you move up, you use your left leg. Chinese player taught me to use your right leg so you can come back to the same position.
Which this Chinese player teach you this. Because the problem is, if I go here, I'm in best position. If I go here, I will fall down. Is that the right move? This is my position for return. If the ball is going to forehand, I go in and I'm in perfect position. And I come back very fast. That's why Ike, he's playing so fast with his backhand return, because for right, he's right. So he stands here, he comes in with his right leg, here, play the backhand, and he's so fast back. And this is very important. This first to come up. Zack, zack, this is very important. So for this you have to quite good muscle. That's why he's leg is he was, he's still. Yeah, so that's important to come back fast, because return, you come back. And if you serve also, you serve, but you have to be ready for the next ball. It doesn't matter if you do long or short serve, you have to be ready for the next ball. If you look and you do not be ready for the next ball, then everything is over. So you serve and be ready. I know the serve is there, so the return should be a little bit more to this position. I know I will serve here, I can wait more at this position. That's quite important to be there. If I do this serve, I know the ball is going this position. That's a little bit like chess, service return.
Another question over there.
Many Chinese coaches at high levels, when they said
I don't care about if somebody pushed it. It's not affecting anything. Doesn't matter if you do like this. I think you will have some problem with your leg after. Doesn't matter. You can do so many things in the serve. It's the most important is the contact, racket and ball. This is more and more. So you have to need a really fast, twisted wrist to do everything. This position, to do everything. It doesn't matter if you do with here or with the body. It's not a big thing. Someone wants to return the serve. Okay, different styles of serve. Okay, there are plenty, but most important is to have a good serve with cut and no cut. It's very easy to have this service because you just have to open or close your racket. The contact is here and you have a spin. The contact is here, you have no spin. So that's the most easiest serve. This serve you have to hide a lot, so it means then you can do with your leg or something like that. Yeah, this you can do, and this was no spin. It was this, and in the end I go up. It was no spin. This is spin. So this is quite easy serve. Then you have side from both sides, reverse, here, and this on the side spin. First you have to do this movement, and then you do the reverse. This was really unbelievable. For example, Jano Walter, maybe the best server in the world, he couldn't do the reverse. He never did the reverse serve. He has no feeling for this. He was practicing, but he had no feeling for this. He had the best serve, side spin, no spin, up spin, everything. But reverse, but you will see no one from him. He tried always, but it's always out and in. So he gave up his way. So reverse here, and then you start. So it means first this movement, and then you go in. So this is quite important to have fast movement forward to the net. If you go too much to the side, you're going up too much. So you need more to the net, closer to the net. for the long serve, you have to do first bounce, the table must be here. If it's too far here, it will not be fast, it will be slow. It will be slow. Here, you will have a fast one. First bounce here, close to the net, not too high. If it's too high, it's going a little bit up. If it's low, in this position, then it will be faster. Yeah? Okay? Someone wants to return, one serve. No one, that's perfect. Then I'm ready. You want to return? One question. You want to return? You have nipples? Then it's easy. Can you even return all my serve? Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry. 1-0. This one is okay. Huh? It's so easy. So easy. But then it's easy for me to play after. So I will do, if I know he gets he's playing with long pins, I will not do so much side spin. I will just do the normal serve. I will get an easy one. I can play this one. Yeah? So if I know someone has short pins or long pins, or I will do a serve foul, and he has to go there, and then I can play this one. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Next one.
Nervous. That's the most important. That's what I said in the beginning. You have to practice serve a lot because in the practice, okay, you know, it's just a practice or a practice match where the tension is not so high. Here in the games, okay, you're under pressure, you want to win the game, you know the opponent is quite strong. Here in the US, you know the ratings, the points and everything. So you're thinking too much about these things. Just think about the serve, how it should be short or long. In the game, it's always difficult because you want to win and then you're a little bit nervous. That's why you have to practice a lot the serve, that you know under pressure, serve is always short. So first, practice just the serve. Then, if you play games in the practice, be really focus and concentrate on this, and then you will bring it in also in the normal match, where really umpires are there and the tension is high. And it's often like this that also the top players, they have problem to serve. Like let's say in the Olympics, the tension is very high, you want to win, somehow your serve is going half long. And that's why you need to be sure that one serve stays always short. It's low, you know it. So mostly no spin serve or spin serve the players will do after because they know the service will stay short. If you do too much reverse serve or side spin, you know, maybe the second bounce could be half long and you will get an attack. So that's why you need normally a good serve with no spin because the movement is quite easy because you don't have to do so much with your wrist. Just do quite easy. But we all have the same problem. For me also. Somehow it's going half long. I know I'm a little bit nervous. Question?
Explain a little bit the difference between the regular shake hand grip and the other grip for the serve, and whether that serve changes when you're doing your reverse or not.
You mean the difference between shake hand and pen on their serve?
No. Like when people change the grip.
The grip. Okay, the grip. Everybody's using different grip on the serve. I'm using this to have two fingers on the blade. You should be a little bit more flexible with your wrist. If you have it like, if you play backhand or forehand, if the racket will stay like this, if you want to serve, your wrist is blocked. Yeah. So you need to have a flexible wrist. And this you will get if you keep your fingers, your wrist a little bit more soft. And this you have to practice. Which position is for you the best? So I will do it like this. Some players, they do just one finger there. The other one they are doing that they have really deep in the grip, or soft. So this you have to practice. This we have to see also on each players. My 12 players, for example, they all have different styles of serving. So it's very difficult to say in general what is necessary. But the most important thing is to be flexible with your wrist. Otherwise, you cannot do the serve. If it's too stiff, you will not feel your serve. It's always the same. Then you can do only no spin or spin. But side spin, reverse, it's impossible to do. No, same. I have side spin here and stays like this, and it's reverse. It stays the same. Only if I have no spin and spin serve, I stay a little bit more like a shake-hand player. That's why. Here I have 2 fingers, and if I do spin or no spin, I have just 1 finger. So everybody knows my secret from the serve now.
Well, you know, since Rossi is sharing too much secret, we have time for 2 more questions. All right.
Yeah.
What are the drills that you generally suggest? Drills that you suggest for service for on serve like drills, like show you once and show when you go back, practice for service.
Rossi, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, then I have to see your serve. Show me your service.
That you follow or you
Show me your
Go on.
serve. So this is a private lesson now.
is this chargeable?
It's very expensive. This I can tell you.
Come on, let's go.
So, it's your turn. Right hand. Then you go on this side. Then everybody listens to this side. Yeah. Oh! Air conditioner, huh? Air conditioner, this was your first mistake. You have to move there.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Generally, the question was generally, what are the drills that you suggest for service? Like specific.
Show us your service. Yeah?
Under pressure.
One more. Your first bounce must be a little bit more closer to the table. This was very good.
Thank you.
Okay, as I said before, your wrist must be a little bit more faster. So you serve like this, and the wrist was too easy. You can do it really like fast. If you hit the ball, it must be really like fast again. Really a lot of spin in the ball. If you do like just this, there's not so much spin in the ball. So first here, then go this way. That's important. Yeah? And placement. First serve was here, so I could do everything with the service. Last one was here, this was very good serve. But it's important to have fast, flexible wrist. And it's not so easy to practice this. Maybe at the bar, drinking.
Yeah. And it's Vegas.
And in gambling, yeah, it's bigger.
Thank you. Questions for Mark over there?
More use of the banana flip and also the new ball are the service tactics changing, more long serves, more side spin in the last few years? What's changed?
Yeah, because of the banana flip, we have to change a little bit your placement of the serve. As I said before, you have to be a little bit more far out, especially if you play, okay, I play against a right-hand player now. I know he's waiting off to the ball here, so I do a serve, I start, and I do a serve short there. Because he, for right-handed, he wants to go in and do the backhand flip. He will get the serve here or here, not so easy. And, as you said, more long serve. So if somebody has really, like Sanjika, is very strong with the backhand flip, you have to do more long serve. We do maybe 50-60% long serve against him. Because then, you know what is coming. If it's short, in the middle, he can do everything, and it's so fast, and you will not see it when he will start the first contact, whether the ball is going this way or this way. So that's why we do a little bit more long serve. Harimoto the same. He's very strong there. We do a little bit more long serve, or no spin or spin serve. And like Timo Boll, he's doing a lot no spin serve and a lot of service there. Because he knows the players, they are strong there. So he's doing the serve there. Or he's doing the reverse serve, but really like far out he comes in like this.
Many thanks to Rossi for those useful tips. I'm sure I'm not the only one who cannot wait to use all those useful tips after this section. You know, from all the placements, from where, you know, anticipate the serve after you serve, and how you place the serve in a different location. And that's really, you know, useful for me to try out after this. Again, thank you, Rossi, for that useful tip. Now, I would like to welcome Chen Weixin when he's ready to give us a seminar about how to play